Joel Booth had been back from war just over a year when military friends invited him to watch an unusual training session for medics preparing to be deployed. They took him here, a film studio in San Diego, where a group of real-life amputees role-play as if they had just been injured in an Afghan village and needed to be rescued. Some worried the combat scenario would be too much for Booth, who suffers from post-traumatic stress after having his leg amputated below the knee from an injury caused by an IED blast in Afghanistan. Instead, it inspired the Navy corpsman to become the first amputee actor in the simulation who had actually lost a limb to war.
Because I've lost it in combat versus others in motorcycle or cancer or other ways, having lost it in combat from combat actions, it adds that credibility to maybe the things that I'm saying or what the instructors are saying.
For Booth, the unusual job opportunity offered a way for him to overcome his own struggle by immersing himself again in a combat environment while helping others by passing on his own experiences.
It's fun in certain ways, but then being able to come here and help corpsmen and give them related experiences and give them good tips and ideas of how to help save other lives, that's huge for me, is able to pass it on and give back to the guys that are up and coming.
Strategic Operations, run by a Hollywood producer, has spent more than a decade providing what it calls hyper-realistic training to hundreds of thousands of troops. Kit LAVELL is the group's vice president and a Vietnam veteran.
It was during training exercises a few years ago when we realized that some of the people who are experiencing PTSD could be helped by putting themselves into an immersive training environment like this with a therapist involved.
On a recent morning, Booth sat in a warehouse at the studio where makeup artists worked to make his injury seem as shocking as possible.
They don't expect you to really be missing a leg, and then they come around the corner and you can almost see it in their mind. They're working through this, what they're seeing, and then it hits, oh, this guy really is an amputee.
A few months ago, the company so impressed by Booth's success hired a second Afghanistan veteran. Lee Powell, The Associated Press.